What's up, everybody? It's your favorite werewolf killer's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Magic Square Silver Bullet, which is their take on Blue Streak. This is all known to me from Robert D., co-host of 4 Dummies. So we're going to take a look at this little fella. It's been a while since I've done a Legends review, which is ironic. But we're going to take a look at him, but in order to do so, we need to look at them accessories. So he comes with the 2 shoulder missiles. They're sculpted quite nicely, honestly, and then they have the silver paint on the missile portion. They'll peg into his shoulders right there, and then they will articulate up and down. They'll also tab into the same tabs that you use for robot mode at the front of the hood, or the back of the hood rather, or on the roof. Also kind of comes with his signature blaster rifle. Well, not kinda, he does exactly. And once again, for such a small piece, it's sculpted beautifully with tons of little details in them. Nicely done. And he'll hold that just fine as well. I'm not sure if this weapon plugs in or stores anywhere on the vehicle. I haven't been able to find like kind of an obvious place, and it's not covered in the instructions. Alright, so let's get into the figure. The head is on a ball peg, massive cut in the back. That's going to allow the head to get all the way up. Maybe a little bit, yeah, a little bit down, swivel, confused dog look. The face sculpt on this thing is tremendous. Like, just really well done and sharp. The red looks great, the silver looks great, and the metallic blue look great. All the paint accents are those. But they look wonderful. Yeah, the wings here, they will articulate up and back, which is nice. And then you have the shoulders. Well, we have this nice metallic black paint here, too. And then the headlights are a translucent plastic. And then the bumper's a separate piece. So we have the shoulders. They are on a ball peg. That'll get you out to 90 degrees. And I don't know why, but I thought that it looked like it was going to swivel out, but it doesn't. Bicep swivel. It's a double hinged elbow of sorts, but it's really a hinge right below the shoulder, right at the bicep, but it works, so I think it gets a pass. And then a wrist swivel. We have a waist swivel and a reverse ab crunch. And then we have, these get out, right? The hips get out a little bit for your T-jointed ball joints. That'll get you the full Van Damme and the full Monty. Thigh swivel at a cut joint. We have the blue paint on the shins. Then we get to the feet, which are a little weird. So you get an ankle tilt down, it destroys the sculpt. You also get an ankle rocker, but so this piece right here becomes a little problematic, this flap. It doesn't really cover down on the joint, so it doesn't always look the prettiest, but I feel like the pose you can get them in is dynamic enough where it will hide kind of any of the unsightly elements of the ankle rocker. Red and orange paint there, and then the black paint on the bumper, silver paint on the wheels. There he is from the back. Pretty straightforward. The size comparison wise, there it is with Iron Factory's Tarn. The MP Blue Streak, just because I thought it was interesting to see them together. Of course, with my 2 standards, the Iron Factory Blaster and the Hasbro Stunticon. There he is on the Magic Square chart, so he looks good. And there he is on the DX9/New Age chart, and a little too big for that. So let's get him transformed. We got doors down, head 180, hands 180. So that the kind of thumbs look awkward. And then bring the shoulders up and spin the waist around. Rotate the shoulders so that you can see the ball pegs. Break the connection at the forearm and then close the flap. And then use what we've kind of described as the double jointed elbow to wrap the hand around so that it forms a box. So once again, you want to break the connection, close the flap, wrap around so that it forms a box. Move the backpack out, break the connection where the shoulders are, rotate the head in to this opening that's a little tight here in the abdomen. On the underside, rotate the wheels out, rotate the car doors and the shoulders up, and it should kind of start being relatively obvious what you're trying to do as you form the underside of the vehicle. Then for the lower body, split the foot area from the shins, rotate the shins up so that they kind of combine our wars around the thigh, and then rotate that flap down, and then bring the underside around so that all of this collapses into the back of the vehicle. You're going to do the same on the other side. Once again, kind of split combiner warsing it. So that this gets around the thigh, the front of the thigh, this gets around the back of the thigh, and it closes in, and then you can actually tab them together. Then it's just a matter of finishing it off, so to speak. So flip out this tab here that's under, or flap rather, that's underneath the windshield. You want to close up these car doors, and you want to rotate the roof of the vehicle, and then you just sort of have to line it all up and get it together, which is going to be easy for me to say, it looks like. At the very least, I'll get it cleaned up and we can take a look at it, but there, that's what we're looking for. Also on the bottom, you want to flip these tabs around towards the back. And let's talk about it. Rolls like a champ. The metallic black looks great on it. The blue paint looks great on it. You know, I think they did a pretty solid job. I don't have any real complaints. I like these little things here, how they kind of make up the exhaust, and you know, the brake lights and such, and turn signals look good. The translucent choices look good. Silver wheels, like clean underneath rather. Like, I don't have any complaints. There it is with Tiger Tracks. And let's get into final thoughts. My only real negatives are the way that the sculpt of the feet are broken up to pull off dynamic poses to utilize what is inherently a great ankle rocker. It's like the gift and the curse. Like, the range of motion is tremendous. You can really get some great looking poses, but in order to do so, it ends up always looking a little wonky. But only really if you focus on it. It also uses a super glossy plastic that I'm not crazy about, or it has a gloss finish on the plastic. Either way, I'm not crazy about that. Definitely a personal choice kind of thing, but it happens to be mine. Let's talk about the positives. The sculpt is beautiful. Looks just like the character. Good articulation, pretty much across the board. The accessories make sense. Not too much, kind of just enough, just the ones that you would want. Fairly priced. The engineering is fun and intuitive, enjoyable and impressive. And there's enough paint and breakup of plastics to keep it visually interesting. And to be fair, some of the paint choices, such as the metallic black across the hood, look great. So I think it's a solid choice and option for a Legends class blue streak. And as a result, I can recommend it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.